Education Agency released its accountability ratings this week for schools all across the Lone Star State. One local district has made tremendous improvements. Kingsville ISD went from an F to a B rating. Michelle Pedernasa spoke to district officials on the factors that played into this. Michelle?
Rudy, a Kingsville ISD official tells me a lot of this achievement has to do with changes that have happened to the district throughout the year. One of those being Kingsville ISD's new Superintendent Elida Bera, who came in November 2018, and she brought in an assistant superintendent along with a director of instructional services. Although this is excellent news for the district, they say the hard work does not stop here.
There are no expectations. People sometimes get complacent. I think our superintendent came in with a plan. I think she executed her plan along with her team, and the expectations were set forth, and the teachers and the students met those expectations.
The A to F rating reflects how students perform on standardized tests, how they improved on the test, and performance among student groups in different racial and socioeconomic backgrounds. According to the Kingsville record, last year KISD was one of 16 multi-campus districts and charter districts across Texas to receive an F rating. And updated TEA ratings will be revealed in October. Rudy?
All right, thanks, Michelle. Much more to come on 3 News.